Welcome back to Daytime. Well, if you're just joining us, we are joined once again by the clairvoyant, Joanne Defoe. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Before the break, we were talking a lot about dreams, right?
Yes.
And, you know, people really wanting to pay attention to their dreams and what sort of the symbolisms, those meanings behind them and how they can teach us about our awaked presence,
Yes,
right? Awakened
yes.
presence. So there's a couple common dreams that we hear about again and again.
Yes, and you have one that you have all the time.
Right.
So you told me.
Well, I have several that I have all the time. Communication is one of the big ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I got to say, one of them that I used to have, and I haven't had, thank gosh, knock on wood, for a while, is I used to have this nightmare, I guess, of being on television. Can you imagine? Not being able to talk. My communication, I couldn't talk. It was like I went to go ask a question. It was like my mouth felt like it was glued together.
That was just your fear of what you were going to be doing. So that's sort of like a stress
Right.
reliever. Your subconscious is helping you to deal with the stress of that situation.
Okay.
But you were also mentioning in the break about teeth falling out.
Yes.
And,
now, the teeth one is a common one. And I just thought, is it because I'm vain? Because
No.
if I lost my teeth, I think I would cry, right?
Yeah, a lot of times what happens is there's different meanings. It just depends on what's surrounding the dream. But when teeth are falling out, it can be that you've had a miscommunication with someone. You're trying to figure out how can I change this intent that I had in what I was trying to say. But every time I try, it just sort of fumbles.
Okay.
So that it's not coming out right. Also, too, if you're not communicating properly, your subconscious will be trying to tell you, hey, wake up, and start listening to the words that you're saying and that you're using and start communicating properly.
Okay.
Because sometimes we just don't communicate what we really mean. We kind of beat around the bush about it. And it also can be in your case, if you're going to be talking about something that you're not familiar with, you might dream that your teeth are falling out because you're unsure of how you're going to communicate what you quite don't understand.
Okay. So this is not a foreshadowing nightmare that I'm going to have dentures.
No, that you're going to have your teeth fall out. No,
okay, I just wanted to check in on that one.
It usually has to do with, fear, stress,
right.
that type of thing.
Okay, now another one that I think is really interesting, and I've heard many people tell me this one over the years, is dreams of nudity. Now, I'm not talking about you and Brad Pitt frolicking in the lawns, okay? I'm talking about being somewhere, showing up somewhere, a party, work, whatever it is, and you're in the buff.
Yes.
And what's that about?
Well, usually dreams when you're naked or you're in the nude or you find yourself with no clothes on is because you're feeling as though you're sort of being stripped. People are seeing you for who you really are.
Okay.
Or you're going to be doing something where they're going to be seeing how you perform. Okay? And so you're feeling as though you're stripped, like that you're naked. And sometimes it also represents when a person is showing a part of themselves that maybe no one has ever seen before.
Okay.
Okay, and they feel, or if somebody is really antagonizing them and really at them all the time and sort of stripping them and they're feeling like vulnerable, they'll dream that they're naked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, I know another one that's very popular is that feeling of being lost or trapped. So you're, isolated in, I guess, an environment, or you're in a foreign land. What is that about? I mean, that to me, I think you'd be lost in life, right?
Right. Well, usually if you dream that you're in a foreign land, it usually means that in your everyday life, you have something coming up that you're planning that is foreign to you, that you've never done before. It could even be meeting someone for the first time, especially if you're dating online or you got a blind date. You might dream that things are foreign to you because it is foreign to you. It's brand new to you. Being lost usually has to do with decisions and choices that you're trying to make. So you usually have several. You're not quite sure which ones to make. None of them feel really comfortable, so there's a lot of doubt in your life and some confusion. So you'll kind of feel lost, and that'll come out in the dream as being lost at the airport. You can't find your gate, or you're lost in a land that you've never been to before.
Now, I know we're almost out of time here, but I have one quick one I really want to ask. Is sometimes, I'm sure at home you have it too, you have dreams about things that do not seem like you. Something that you wouldn't do in your normal life, but yet you're dreaming about it. So, what does that mean? For example, I don't know, I'm sure some people out there, maybe they have dreams about somebody else in their life romantically, right? But that's something that they would never put into action in real life. Why are we dreaming about it?
It's because we're trying to balance either an insecurity that's going on within us in a relationship, say, if it happens to be with another partner, or it's that you're looking for that type of romantic, intimate interaction with the partner that you're already with. And then sometimes we'll dream that we, like you said earlier, about doing like some really bizarre things that we never would do in our lives, you know. And those ones are more or less trying to wake us up to try new things, not necessarily what you dreamt, but to pay attention and maybe join a new activity that you've never done before.
Okay, very, very interesting. Well, certainly going to give you a lot to think about when you hit the sack tonight, all right? We will have Joanne back on next week, so stay tuned for that. And lots more Daytime coming up right around the corner. Stay with us. Thank you.